In this video, we're going to give you one trick, one very important trick when you want to take over a new habit. Hey everyone, Jean-Pierre from Medialpha. Hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to share you one simple but very important trick on how to take over a new habit. Before we start, if you could just put a thumbs up, share the video, it would be super appreciated because that allows us to share the word in a positive way that we can help you or find ways or trigger something in you that goes in the right direction. This is our heart, this is our goal, and you help us do that when you put a thumbs up and you share those videos. So on this note, let me get started. So one of the things that we know, right? Everybody knows the sentence that says, it takes 21 days to build a habit, but 90 days to build a lifestyle. Everybody knows that, right? But what's in those 21 days? What's in those 90 days? What's the mental part in the process? A lot of time what happens is that we say, okay, I'm going to do that and I want to do it right away and I want the results to come right away. So I'm going to take the gym and I'm going to go hard every day, thinking that I'm going to be able to do that perfectly for the 21 days. It will become a habit. It'll be great. Well, it's not always how it happens, as you know, right? There's a lot of different things that comes our way. We have to juggle a lot of things in our life, whether it be work, family, different people coming after us with different questions, different needs, whatever. There's always things to manage. So sometimes we'll fail. And the key thing, and one of the most important things I'm going to talk to you today, and that might be a bonus after, but is patience. Patience is key because it's not always about the fact that we did exactly what we did. It's the fact that we're going in the right direction towards our goal. A goal, they say, a goal is just a dream with a deadline. That's what they say. A dream with a deadline, meaning I would like to weigh this much. I would like to change that habit, to have that financial level within that, as a general picture. Now you're going to put a goal, meaning you're going to put a date on it. So I'm going to say, okay, by this time, I want to achieve this much, or I want to lose that much weight. But what if you don't get it? Well, the key is that if you had a goal, at least you can have a target, and then you can focus on that target. And if it's a positive target, it's good. So, but you have to have patience because some days you'll want to go to the gym, but you won't have enough time to do your 30 minutes or your hour, and you'll end up doing 15. That'd be great. Maybe it's just the fact that you need to take the habit, to start the habit by just going and setting your foot in the gym. And say, okay, I did that, I can go home and move on. But at least you got there. And sometimes just by doing that, just the fact that you got there, like, you know what, I'm just going to take a 5 minutes. And then that 5 minutes could become 15 or could become 20. So the key is that taking the habit takes time, but you have to be patient with yourself and you have to celebrate the small victories. Again, going to the gym, you didn't do much, but it might be just a victory to go. Like, to be honest with you, this morning, I wanted to wake up very early to do some exercise. It didn't happen, right? But I said, you know what? I'm just going to go downstairs and I'm going to go do some bike for X amount of minutes, as much as I can, very fast. And I'm like super glad that I actually did one thing this morning, not as much as I would have, but at least I did something. I have a super busy schedule and I was able to fit that in. Super proud, right? So that's the concept. Now, a few things that will help. And these are one or maybe two bonuses I want to share with you. One, it's just an idea, and I'm just going to paint an image with a story, but it's called burn the bridge, right? Burn the bridge means removing whatever is holding us or creating the problem. I'll give you a simple example. Imagine if you're someone that, in the evening, you like to, wind down, and as you wind down, you have to have something crunchy, let's say, example, some chips, right? So you want to have crackers or some chips, you like to sit down and you eat that. Well, the reality is that it's like, quote unquote, not very useful calories, let's say. And if you do that on a periodic basis over time, you might eventually gain weight and might not be great for your health, right? So what can you do? You're like, you know what? My goal is to change that for a new habit. So two things. One, burn the bridge. Take all of the crackers out. It might not work for everything and for everybody, right? It's just a suggestion of one things you can do with something that is not too complicated to take off, right? So don't do that with everything, but that's an example. You take off all the crackers, all the chips from your house, so this way you don't have access to the temptation. So that's step one. It's just sort of the example of, let's say, imagine if you're going to go to, there was a war, right, that was going to be happening, and there was an island, and then the island, you're the one coming with a boat, And there was a story actually of a general coming with his crew to the island. And on the island, it was their first time. But the islanders, they knew all the different areas. They knew all the different tricks, and they have traps, and they have ways of, doing their fights. But then the general and his team that are coming with his army, it's their first time. They don't know everything. So they could always retreat back on the boat. So the general said, you know what, let's burn everything. So as they go into the shore, they burn all the boats. So there was no way back, no plan B, no nothing, right? No back to the temptation of, I could retreat to. A bit like the chips, take them out, right? Take out the crackers. So this way, if ever you have the temptation to get it, it's not there for you. You're not going to go out at midnight to go get a bag of chips. So you're going to have to find an alternative. So in that story, the general burned the boats, and they had no excuse. They had no reason to retreat. They can only move forward toward their goal, which is winning the war, which, it's a story. They had won the war, right? So going back to this here, you can take out the negative, take out the chips, take out the crackers, and then focus on the positive. So now what would be the positive? So the next thing is understanding how our brain works. And when you combine that together, you'll see how powerful it is. So our brain works with patterns, right? It brings with, they call that, patterns. So imagine like water, right? If water flows in the easiest path, because there's a path for that water, if you block that path, then it will have to find another way. The other way might not be as present at the beginning, but it will still have to go there because the other path is blocked. So, and our brain, is malleable, right? It's moldable. So what that means is that if today you say, you know what, I'm going to stop, I'm going to remove the negative, which is the chips. If I focus on that, I'm still going to have water going there. I'm still going to have my thought process going there. So you have to change and focus on a new path, on something positive. So let's say, you know what, I like chips because they were crunchy. What can I find that's crunchy? Let's say, for example, you say, you know what, I'm going to start taking broccolis, carrots, celeries, peppers, things that are positive, and I'm going to try to focus and explore the taste and try to find the positive in that taste, see how it changes my body, see the crunch in my mouth, see the taste, and find out that, hey, you know what, it's actually better than I thought. And you change the negative for a positive, and then you focus on that positive. So that's like creating a new path for that water to go. Your focus will go there, the water will go there, and then you're going to start focusing on that new habit. That's going to help, because if you're like, you know what, tonight I don't feel like having carrots, I want something crunchy, let's go back to the chips. Oh no, there's no chips. Okay, so if I want something crunchy, I'm going to take those carrots. So maybe today I'm going to take peppers or whatever, or you're going to explore new crunchy things that are healthier that you can have access to. So that's focusing on the positive. So take away the negative, focus on the positive, and at the same time have the patience to realize, you know what, today I didn't want to have this. I'm going to try that thing, and I'm going to take the patience to build that new habit, develop that new taste, and say, you know what, I like those vegetables. I like those crunchy fruits. So my point is, be patient, be patient, be patient. And if you are patient in going in the right direction towards your goal, you'll eventually get there, and you will have probably inspired yourself, but also impacted people around you. Last thing, and we talked about another video, and now accountability buddy. So there will be a video either in the links there or very soon coming up about accountability buddy. And I hope that this video was useful for you. If it was, please put a thumbs up. It will help share the video even more to more people, for people to be inspired to do a right change for their health and for their life. So it was a very, very great privilege to share this information with you guys. I hope it's helpful. And on this note, I wish you a very good day. See you next time. Bye.